style I'm talking about breaks down into basically two areas. Either a ultralight hiker, backpacker, which means you're going to cover as many kilometers, miles as you can in a day, because that's what you enjoy doing. You may be starting off at first light and you may be putting 40, 50 or more kilometers in a day, and you might be getting to your campsite late at night. Camping is a side issue for you. It's just something you have to do to get rested to start the next day. You know, that's why you're going to have ultralight equipment, so that obviously you don't want to carry that weight over those long distances. And also that's going to come down to the food you eat as well. You're going to pack light. The food is just going to sustain you. Almost the opposite side to that is that you may enjoy the camping experience. You may only want to hike 2 or 3 kilometers, and then you like to camp. You like to get to camp early and put your tent up. You've possibly got a camp chair. You're obviously bringing more food with you. You may enjoy cooking outside, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But that may be your style. You may not be into hiking. You may be more of a camper. Now, I'm not saying everybody's in either of those camps. Personally, I say I'm basically a hybrid. I'm somewhere in between those two. I'm not an ultralight hiker. I don't like to hike vast distances in a day. My distance is probably around 20 to 25 kilometers a day. That's the distance I like to hike. That means therefore most days I'm getting to camp, you know, mid-afternoon. I'm putting my tent up, but I don't have the array of food. I'm not a camper per se. I have a little bit more food with me, but I'm really on the ultralight food side of it. And there's other terminology bandied around as well, of course. You've got wild camping, you've got stealth camping. Stealth camping, like camping on a roundabout in the middle of a road or behind a shopping centre or somewhere where you might possibly get seen, has no attraction whatsoever for me. I see no point to that at all. But obviously some people must enjoy it. I don't personally. That's something you have to find out for yourself. Wild camping, you know, that's a great thing. I enjoy that, but that's getting harder and harder to do, especially on some of the more popular trails around nowadays. As hiking is getting more and more popular, these new rules and regulations have to come into place just to protect the environment. So in some ways your style is in some ways being forced on you. Now in the UK, from what I can see, wild camping's not easy there as well now, because there's so many people hiking that it's become almost impossible to allow wild camping. In fact, wild camping in some areas has turned into stealth camping, as officials and rangers who are responsible for the trails and the areas that are popular where hikers camp police those areas accordingly. In many situations now, you have to set your tent up in semi-darkness so that these rangers and officials have gone home and you can set your tent up. Because if you set it up in daylight, there's every possibility you're going to be moved on. But I think wild camping as a style of camping is going to get harder and harder going forward. I'm more of a hybrid now. I'm somewhere between wanting to relax in camp and wanting to put some miles under my feet, but I'm not one or the other, and that's the style I'm fitting into now. If I did enjoy the camping more and was into cooking, I certainly wouldn't enjoy cooking a full meal in the annex of my tent and half lying in my sleeping bag trying to eat it, where it's freezing cold or it's raining and I'm in my tent for a long period of time. But that's something you have to find out for yourself. It's not for me, it's not something I want to do. I hope that's given you a few things to think about. Give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Okay, take care, and I hope to see you on another video soon. Goodbye.